everyone, this is Garrett, and this is Serious Sam 2. This is kind of an odd one. This is a Serious Sam game that when it came out, it wasn't very well received, to say the least. There were a lot of people saying that they didn't like it very much because it was too cartoony for them, it wasn't serious enough, and basically all sorts of complaints like that. I think personally, my main issue with this game is that the multiplayer has really bad netcode, and that makes it kind of unfortunate, because the other Serious Sam games were always really fun to do in multiplayer co-op and stuff like that, but this game, unfortunately, not so much. Plus, it doesn't show any of the cutscenes in multiplayer, which do actually add quite a lot to this game. But we're just going to play through it. This is going to be a playthrough on serious difficulty, where we're going to get every single secret area in the game. And it's gonna be good. This, like I said, this is a very odd game just because of the fact that so many people didn't really like it all that much, but then I got so many comments on the playthrough I did of this game without commentary where everyone was just like, this is my favorite Serious Sam game in the whole series, and the opinions are so very varied. Anyway, difficulties. We're gonna play on serious. There's quite a bit of difference when it comes to serious and the easier difficulties when it comes to damage. On easy and tourist, you cannot take damage from your own missiles, and in normal and above you can. Also on serious, enemies move faster than they do on tourist. Haven't really tested this much, but they apparently move a little bit faster on the harder difficulties. And you will just horribly die on serious most of the time if you don't know what you're doing. This is actually a really interesting game to do on serious difficulty because it gets really hard after a while. And we'll see that when we get to those hard places. But first we're just going to start off with level 1 after an intro cutscene.
How many times do I have to tell you? He is the one!
If that is our last hope, I don't believe we'll ever get rid of Mental. Come on, look at him. Would anyone sane believe that this man can actually save the universe?
Well, it is written that a stranger from a galaxy far, far away will come and rescue us from the upcoming evil. And evil had already come.
Was it also written that he will wear red sneakers?
What do you have against sneakers? You used to wear pink tights with yellow...
and you with your ridiculous outfit.
Guys, stop! Let's not forget why we are here. We must contact him now. Concentrate, boys.
You have exactly 5 seconds to explain what I'm doing here, and 2 seconds have just passed.
Please, Mr. Stone, calm down. We can help you in your quest. My name is Rolanda, and these are my brothers, Jebediah and Rajiv.
I'm Sam. Serious Sam.
We are the Syrian Great Council, and we are here to show you the way how to stop Mental. Look! This is Medallion of Power, the only thing that can make Mental weak and vulnerable. It was forged by a blind blacksmith gremlin, and we, the wizards, chose spell it, following the instructions in our holy manual, Revision 2. It was split into 5 pieces, and those pieces were given to 5 different races. Simbas from planet Medigba, Chiche from planet Shifang, Zixis from planet Magnor, Clears from planet Clear, and Elvians from planet Elenier.
But that simply wasn't enough. Pretty soon Mental had all the parts in its possession.
Thankfully, those pieces are indestructible, so Mental can only guard them.
When all 5 pieces become joined again, Medallion will activate, reducing its power and making Mental vulnerable.
Your task is to go to planet Medigba and retrieve the first part of the medallion.
And if you bring this piece back, it could really mean you're the one.
The one?
The one our holy manual, Revision 2, keeps talking about. The one who will save the universe.
Yeah, right.
Well, you should go now. We'll get in touch with you when you finish.
If you finish your mission.
No one's gonna believe this. Oh well.
Hi, Sam. No, don't look around. It's me, Nettie.
Nettie?
Natrixa, but Nettie to my friends.
Natrissa? Nettie? You can talk!
Yes, it's a bit complicated. Let's just say that it has something to do with having a bigger game budget.
What game budget?
Just kidding. Anyway, I'm here to help you as much as I can. Find a few more of those blue guys and make them talk. Maybe I'll be able to translate what they're saying.
And that's pretty much the intro of this game. Now every loading screen will have a pretty large block of text that says what we're actually doing here. And usually it's kind of just pretty obvious stuff that you'll figure out as we progress through the level. Anyway, I'm not going to read all of it, but basically it's summed up to, we need to find the medallion, let's walk through a level. It might lead to stuff. And that's exactly what we're going to do. Now, first main difference between this game and other Serious Sam games is that most of the weapons are actually quite different. We still have the 2 pistols over here, and now we actually have this thing, which is some weird chainsaw thing, and most likely it's probably never going to be used for anything really useful. And we have this thing, which you can charge up by holding the left mouse button. And next to that, we're going to find all sorts of other weapons. There's a whole bunch of chickens here. You can shoot them if you want. You get points for it, so obviously the game wants you to do it. And there's a whole bunch of destructible things here as well. Now, for the first secret area, we're going to grab this basketball over here. And we're just going to shoot it into that right there. Now,
And the winner is... me!
this thing's not very picky about how you do it. If you are having trouble with it, you can actually just pick it up and stand underneath it and just jump. That's good enough for this game. But if you feel like playing basketball, which we're obviously doing, then you can just use one of those as well. Don't know what this weird thing is though, but one of the fun things about physics objects is that you can use them to push people around a bit, and you know, if that's your kind of thing, then that's exactly what you're going to do. I should also mention that in this playthrough, I'm not going to get absolutely everything. Like, I'll probably miss certain items and stuff. And it's usually just because I can't be bothered to grab it, because it's just a bit pointless to get everything sometimes. Also, don't go over there, you will just die. And like, if there's just like little score things here and there, or just ammo boxes, I don't care if I'm not going to get all of them, because there's a lot of them. Also, this game is made by a Croatian developer, which is why you'll find little reference to Croatia here and there, like this 10 lipa coin with Republika Hrvatska or something along those lines written on top of it, which I believe translates to Republic of Croatia. Anyway, we got 6 grenades, and grenades are really, really good. We can shoot them with the right mouse button, and they hurt me a lot if I get hit by them. But fortunately, it also hurts the enemies a lot, but we're not really going to be fighting very strong enemies in this level, so unfortunately, we're not going to have much of a chance to show those off until the next level. However, we can find the secret cave, which mostly just consists of a large amount of treasure, which is kind of pointless. The game has a lives system, which you can see on the top left, and every 10,000 points you get an extra life, with 9 lives being the maximum, I believe. But you can also quick save and quick load, and it will just save your lives as well, so it's not like you'll ever run out of those, so it's not really a big deal. Also, kind of an odd thing, if you shoot this gun, and the moment you shoot the right gun, press the 2 button twice to switch to this gun and then back again. For some reason, in your right hand you'll have this gun, and then with the
ma'am?
with the right mouse button you can shoot this gun, and with the left mouse button you can shoot this gun. And that is actually, for as far as I know, the only instance where something like this is even possible. Anyway, first couple of enemies, we can just very easily take care of them.
Didn't make you rusty.
Nice warm-up.
They're just a bunch of sort of weird orc things with guns. Like I said, pretty much every enemy in this game is different. Every weapon is different, and that thing just fell down randomly. Not really sure what that happened. And this is a shotgun, which might not be immediately obvious, but it is in fact a shotgun. Now, the first puzzle of the game, this button over here, you can either use 3 of those bricks. You can also use a single box. They actually have different weight proportions somehow, which is pretty great. You can also use 3 balls if you manage to find 3 balls lying around. I think that thing just has a 5 armor power up inside it anyway, so it doesn't really matter too much. And if you're bored, you can also just shoot it afterwards and make sure that no one's going to follow you.
You can use Dino to travel faster.
Come here, horsey. Come on. Come on. Come on.
And this game also added some other stuff which was not in the previous Serious Sam games, which is vehicles. This is obviously a vehicle. It can shoot fireballs quite rapidly. It only has 25 health though, and considering we're taking about 10 damage per shot, it's not a whole lot. But fortunately, given that it shoots fireballs, we can shoot this little tree. It has a little football inside it, and that football can be used to get another secret area.
The secret has been found.
Again,
Well done.
more references to Croatia and an extra life because we got 10,000 points. Zagreb, I believe, being the capital city of Croatia, and Zovi, Samo Zovi. Originally, I thought this was like a reference to Serious Sam because it has Sam in it, but I believe it's actually a reference to a Croatian song called Oj Hrvatska Mati, which is some sort of patriotic song, which that's really all I know about it because I only spent about 10 seconds Googling it, but that's what I found when I Googled it. But having said that, we move further with our fireball shooting dinosaur. We'll leave these boxes over here for now, because there's a bunch of enemies coming our way. There's a red orc. He shoots slightly different projectiles from the other ones. I believe he might take a little bit more damage as well, but I'm honestly not 100% sure. He mostly just shoots different projectiles. More of these little ones, which also hurt quite a bit, and one of those ball enemies, which are a little bit odd. It's another one of the new enemies in this game. And the balls are a little bit odd because the way that they deal damage is mostly dependent on their speed. And just to make sure that I don't lose my dinosaur, because I kind of want to keep it. I just did a little quick save there, but you can just sort of roll it around all over the place, which is pretty great. And unfortunately my dinosaur did take a little bit of damage there, but it's fine really. It's nothing to worry about. Now, for something that I want to do later on, I'm just going to move one of these boxes over there. You can pick things up by pressing F, and then if you hold the left mouse button, you can throw them away. Which I guess I probably should have mentioned during that whole basketball debacle, but oh well. And we are going to secret area number 3, which is hiding from us somewhere over here. Here it is. And there's a switch.
Super shortcut secret has been found.
And there's a super shortcut secret. Now activating this secret area spawns that caveman over there. And that caveman's looking pretty sad. And the moment we walk towards him, he explodes. And I always thought that was kind of sad. So, doing some running around, I loaded a quick save. And I figured out a way how we can save the caveman, which is actually oddly important to me. And you can do that by just jumping over here, just jumping on these rocks. And jumping over here. Now this is kind of an odd place. For one, because this is not solid and you can just sort of run around here. And as you can see, it looks a bit different from the rest of the world. And this game has a lot of invisible walls. And for some reason, they put the invisible walls the wrong way around in this place. And this leads to some interesting things. One of which is that you can walk around here. You can go back into the little village by just jumping through the wall over there. You can jump down into the void over here, which leads to some interesting skybox things, because even though this is like a native planet with not very good technology, they have a freeway apparently in their skybox, which is very odd. It's usually quite well hidden actually because of all the general landscapes, so you won't actually see it, but I'm not sure why that's actually still there. But the main reason why we're here is to save that caveman, and we do that by going underneath the landscape over here. Jumping off if we sort of get stuck halfway into the landscape, otherwise you sort of slide into oblivion, and you don't really want that to happen. And from here, we're just going to jump around for a bit, jump around these mountainsides, and we can now sit inside here with a little bit of a closer look at our caveman over here. Now, this caveman is completely indestructible. You can't really do a whole lot with it, but at least he's not dead now, and that's what truly matters. Also, there's a whole bunch of crates over here. We're not really going to pick up all this stuff because it's oddly difficult to pick up things while you're on top of this dinosaur, but we're going to pick up the shells and the grenades, because the more grenades we have for the later parts of the level, the merrier. And you can destroy a whole bunch of stuff here as well if you feel like it. But we're going to go through this thing, which is actually a teleporter, and spawns this guy over here. Now, this is a bigger dinosaur. He has 500 health. He can't shoot quite as fast, but he can run through things, which is actually quite nice to have, because he can also just run through enemies and just destroy them very easily. So we're just going to put this thing on top of a box, pick him up, and if you want, you can just sort of take him along rides with you if you want, but we're just going to throw him away. Now, this guy actually runs faster than the little dinosaur, and this can actually take you to this place over here, which is a little bit easier to reach with this big dinosaur. And again, this is not really intended, because if you jump off this, you just instantly die. But if you stand over here and there's enemies chasing you, they will all just fall down the side of the mountain and they'll just die. It's really quite great, actually. And if you're having trouble with this level, that's one thing you can do. But more importantly, let's just get off our dinosaur buddy over here. There's a teleporter over there. I think that teleporter only raises up from the ground in multiplayer, but it's kind of neat to see that even though these people have mostly not very good technology, they have stuff like freeways and teleporters and stuff. So all in all, they're doing pretty good for themselves. Now, moving along to the later part of this level, there's the monkey head that's mentioned in the text.
Go reach that monkey head and jump into its mouth.
I was afraid you were gonna say that.
We didn't actually read the text very well, but it mentions the monkey head being there. And also it doesn't mention that thing over there, which is a rocket launcher, which you can get by shooting the little platform it's on.
Treasure has been found.
Hi, remember me? You'll always be my old love.
And yeah, we're not going to use that rocket launcher in this level just yet, but it is going to be useful in the later ones. It's just that in this level there's just not much opposition really, and we can just run through basically everything here. If you didn't get the big dinosaur, the little dinosaur's fireballs are pretty good, and you can just run in circles around these guys and just destroy them all like that. Now, killing all those guys opens up the doorway and spawns that guy.
Look at me. I'm a big dumb barbarian. I have a god called Crom. Beware my axe.
And it's a little bit trickier to take care of this guy just because of the fact that this dinosaur doesn't shoot very fast. But again, you can run into him, and it actually deals a fair amount of damage as well.
Magic axe? What kind of pansy weapon is that?
Up to the point where he just straight up explodes. And that was level 1 actually. So we're just going to go through here, and the cutscene that ends this level is going to play. That shows up the end.
Hey! Wait!
And that was that. Now, the moment you beat the level, you get to see this little score screen that says that we got all the secret areas. Again, the secret areas are the ones I'm going to be focusing on, and I don't really care if I miss points and ammo and stuff. I just care about beating the level and making sure this number is as high as it can be. And that is the first level, so I am going to end this video here. I'm going to try to have a single video for every single level of this game. So some videos might be about 20 minutes long, others might be 5 minutes, and then the last level is probably going to be like an hour long or something like that. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope to see you next time for level 2 River Dance. And bye-bye.